Is this good for us? Should we look at it now that they see the potential and they're all in? They're all in.
Hi, it's Mine Crypto here. I hope we're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.
They are all in is the title of the video, but first and foremost we're going to talk about the crypto bubbles, and we are up one rank to 39. We are currently sitting at that $102. It seems like this is the bottom. It feels like it's the bottom. It feels like every time we get close it seems like it can't break through, but it is what it is, and we keep moving. We got a current market cap of 1.23 billion, 24-hour volume of 13.88 million. We are up 0.2 in the hour, up 0.5% in the day, down 5.3 in the week, down 2% in the month. It's looking kind of mixed, but again, as we always say, we are here to hold the long term. Have we got some news for you today? A great tweet from my man Miles Bron. Key quotes from this video of Gilbert Verdian, CEO of Quant. We're the infrastructure to enable this to happen. Our code, our technology will be running Wall Street. It will be running how institutions trade settlement. It's reshaping how Wall Street operates. Wall Street are all in. Gilbert Verding is telling us to our faces. He's giving us these nuggets, these little gold nuggets, this trail of gold nuggets of what's to come for Quant and Quant as a whole. Let's have a watch.
So what could that mean, Gil, for the Quant network in terms of value, in terms of expansion, in terms of just business? Given that you have this pluggability now with a trading platform that's already got the door open to a vast network itself, what does it mean to have that first mover advantage?
Yeah, it's kind of like we're the infrastructure to enable this to happen, and so our code and our technology will be running kind of, if you think about it, Wall Street. It'll be running how institutions trade. It'll be running how people do settlements and stuff across networks, and how you can move a JP Morgan coin with a Wells Fargo coin. I mean, we can make that happen.
Do you think Wall Street are even aware of just how big not only the Quant network, but just this technology is going to be and how relevant it's going to be in the future?
Yes, they have recognized, and I think it's only been in the last 6 months, 9 months, they have recognized the potential. They've been looking at it for the last couple of years, thinking, what is this? Is this good for us? Should we look at it? Now that they see the potential, and they're all in. I mean, it's reshaping how Wall Street operates, because it's not a technology benefit only. It's actually a business benefit. So you get access to more investors, more institutions, more assets, more markets,
right?
And so for them, it's a no-brainer.
Wow, Wall Street are all in. And as we can see here, CNBC article, why big banks like JP Morgan and Citi want to put Wall Street on blockchain. And the US financial institutions want to use blockchain to speed up trade on Wall Street. 5 trillion in assets could be tokenized on blockchains within the next 5 years, according to June report from Bernstein. The technology could face headwinds from US regulators. Banking titans such as JP Morgan and Citi want to supercharge Wall Street by borrowing a tool from crypto, tokenizing assets on blockchain. Once you have these assets that are tokenized, there are so many different use cases for them, said Elliot Han, head of digital assets at Cantor Fitzgerald. Bernstein said in an analyst note from June that tokenization could unlock faster settlement times and lower costs. Could? They would. The firm projects 5 trillion in assets could be tokenized on blockchain over the next 5 years. It takes time to transfer ownership of an asset on Wall Street. Investors must use broker-dealer to buy or sell an asset on exchange. They must wait 2 business days for a transaction to settle, what is known as the T+2 or trade plus 2 days. Banks believe tokenization could cut out middlemen and allow for near instant transactions. A traditional stock stock certificate is nothing more than a token that represents ownership of the keys of the company, said James Angel, an associate professor of Georgetown University. The technology could face regulatory headwinds. As we know, there's lots going on in the US at the moment with the SEC trying to break everything. US agencies like this, the SEC here, are cracking down on crypto companies. In May, the agency sued crypto exchanges Binance and Coinbase over alleged security violations. And our best friend, Chair Gary Gensler, who really wants to spoil the party, also requested millions of dollars in increased funding to rein in the wild west of crypto. Absolutely amazing. As we can see, things are getting very, very juicy. And another article here. This was back in October 2022. Wall Street warms to tokenization. And as Gilbert was saying there, around 6 months ago, they were really starting to think about it. And as you can see here, settlement delays are costly enough to concentrate the minds of the financial market's biggest institutions and infrastructure operators. The DTCC is leading an effort in the US to shorten the equities clearing cycle from those 2 days to 1 day, while at the same time spearheading Project Ion, a potentially transformative attempt to bring blockchain or distributed ledger technology into the process. And we can see here, we've got the asset tokenization estimates, and this is absolutely huge. We've seen this before, $16.1 trillion. It's absolutely huge. As recently as this month, Paxos, several partners were on the formation of Tokenized Commodities Council, which cited the support of Boston Consulting Group. Where do we hear that one before? That 16 trillion in assets, or 10% of the global GDP, will be tokenized by 2030. In the best case scenario, that could go up to 68 trillion. That is absolutely huge. According to Wilshire, more than 10,000 assets ranging from bonds to carbon credits to and works of art had already been tokenized by the end of the year. That's about 3 times the number of publicly listed stocks in the US, including microcaps. Wilshire, as of August, had classified 1,301 of these assets as being representative of available investment opportunities. Wow, this is huge. And as we can see here, Hamilton Lane offers some of the best performing private market products available, but historically they've been limited to institutional investors. Securitize CEO Carlos Domingo said in the press release, tokenization now makes it possible for individual investors to participate in private equity value creation for the first time in a digitally native way. Let's go down here. We can see Julie Becker then of the Luxembourg Stock Exchange. We know it's a very first step. We want to provide visibility for security token issuers and their tokens. And we go down, compliance management. Tokenization can also reduce compliance risk. Instead of relying on central authority or network for complying with rules against selling securities to unqualified or otherwise ineligible investors, rules can be embedded in smart contracts to ensure continuously that predetermined conditions are met. And we go further down, we can see here more about tokenization. Promoters of digital asset institutionalization see an upside in this year's crypto winter crash of Bitcoin and other token prices. The more it moves away from just crypto and becomes something more about tokenization, particularly tokenization of private assets and real assets, I think the healthier the market will become, says Wilshire CEO Mark Makepeace. How long until institutional money managers cross the digital divide en masse? They are all on the verge of getting something done, says Securitize's Domingo. We are at the inflection point in terms of adoption. Now, that is absolutely huge. And we know Quant is playing a massive part in this, as we can hear from Gilbert Verdin, the CEO of Quant Network, is literally displaying it right there. Anyway, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. This was just a bit of news just to keep you puckered up, ready for the future. All the best, and I'll catch you later.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.